Good morning, guys. We are at the Pine Tree Rifle Club. We are going to sight in Tim's Russian M44 Mosin Nagant. We've been working on this rifle, sporterizing it. The trigger did not come yesterday as it said it was going to, so we didn't get to put the Timony trigger in it, but we can still sight it in.
It's in Connecticut.
And see how she's going to shoot. All right. So this is the Russian Nagant that we have been working on. Okay, so this is the M44. It's a shorter version of the regular Mosin Russian Nagant. It's a carbine. We've sporterized it by putting an aftermarket stock on it. We mounted a scope on it. And of course you have to do something with the bolt so don't hit the scope. I see some people put the scopes forward and I think they use a pistol scope. But we wanted to do it right. The Timony trigger we got coming comes with a safety, so you don't have to mess around with this stupid safety that they have on here. It's a pain in the neck with a scope on it.
Try and turn.
So the Timony trigger does away with that, plus the trigger is also adjustable from 1.5 pounds to 4. Alright, so we're going to shoot this baby and see how it goes. Before we start, I want to give you the backstory on this rifle. How'd you obtain this rifle? Did you pay like $100 for it?
Nope.
Did you pay $300 for it?
Nope.
How did you get this rifle?
Well, years ago, I had some motorcycle rims. And and a friend of a friend heard about them, so he contacted me and he goes, "Hey, you're into hunting, aren't you?" And I'm like, "Sure." He goes, I got like 4 ladder stands and two climbers. You want to trade? And I'm like, yeah, sounds pretty good. So I met him and we went down to meet, and he brought it to. We exchanged the rims and the tree stands. So then he's looking. He goes, "Hey," he goes, "you want a wall hanger?" I'm like, "A what?" He goes, "A wall hanger." I'm like, "What's that?" He says, "This piece of crap rifle right here." He goes, "I got a shell stuck in it." He goes, "I don't know if it's a 300 or what it is, but I got a shell stuck in it and I can't get it out. So basically it's a wall hanger." So I said, "Sure, I'll take it." So that's where we started with it. So, with that being said, I knew Rick's been a gunsmith for quite some time. So, I gave him a call, and he came over, and he goes, "Yeah, let's take a look at it."
So Tim brings this rifle. It's got a stock that goes onto here, and has a bayonet holder, a bayonet sheath on it, but it didn't have the bayonet. So I said, sure, let's mess with this. I like old military rifles. I've sporterized a lot of 6.5 by 55 Swedish rifles and a couple of Mausers. So the first thing we did is we had to find out what he had jammed in there. So we took a wooden dowel and put it down the barrel and tapped it, managed to get the shell out. It was a 303 British. Obviously the rifle's not a 303 British. Rifle's got some serial numbers on it, but they didn't come up with anything on it, and I'm just like, I don't know what it is. So I did some research, started looking at some military rifles, some pictures and stuff, and looked like a Russian Mosin Nagant, except it was short. Then I found out the M44 was a carbine, so I'm like, okay. So we ended up going to the store, and you can buy Russian Nagant 7.62 by 54R shells military. You can buy a bag of them for like $5. So Tim bought a bag. Even if they're wrong, oh well.
Armor piercing.
Pushed the shell right in there and it closed right up. And I'm like, I think that's what it is. And we did a video a while back on the first shots through this rifle after we put the sporting stock on it. So anyway, with that being said, today this baby's ready to sight in, and hopefully the trigger will get here today sometime. And we'll put that in as well. And this will be ready to deer hunt with.
Ooh, next weekend.
All right, guys, let's shoot this thing and see what it does. Okay, he's getting ready to shoot. Rolling. Holy cow. Okay, so 50 yards. He was 4.5 inches right and 3 inches high. So we've made adjustments. Hopefully it'll put it on a little bit closer. Okay guys, the rifle failed miserably today. He had a scope laying around, a Tasco, he threw it on there. This was our first shot, we adjusted the scope. This was our second shot, we adjusted the scope again. Third shot. So we stabilized the rifle, we adjusted the crosshairs to here. We hit here, didn't touch the scope, hit here, didn't touch the scope, hit here, didn't touch the scope, hit here. So we're going to have to check the crown on their barrel, but I don't think that's the problem. I think the scope is just drifting all over the place. Okay, so he's going to order a Vortex scope for it, and we'll try this again another day. Alright, so looking at the target, I think we're going to have to, you're going to have to order a scope.
No wonder the Russians lost the war.
It's just, I think the scope's drifting. Funny thing is, I just walked down to the target. I just walked back, and then while I'm standing here talking to Tim, a deer went across the range, right in front of our target. Unbelievable.
I couldn't have hit it with the Russian 7.62 by 54R.
No, you certainly couldn't hit it. It was safe. All right, guys. We're going to double check his 308 and my 30-06 real quick to make sure they're dead on. And then we're going to call it a day. Right here's where that deer crossed. Unbelievable. We don't see deer when we're hunting, but we see deer around the target range. Okay, so shot off my 06 a couple times to make sure she's still sighted in because it slid off a tree. And then checked Tim's 308. Good thing we did. He shot a doe last week and it was a bad shot. Not real bad. So this is the 06 right here. We're at 100 yards now. Tim's 308, first shot was here. And then we're adjusting the scope over here. And then his final shot was here. So we're good on that. Alright guys, thanks for joining us today. Hit that subscribe button if you like what you see. And give us a thumbs up. For two brothers outdoors and one Russian Nagant that can't hit in the same spot twice, I'm Rick.
I'm Tim with a miserable gun.
And we'll catch you later.